I think I'm
I
right.
can't consider that because
I think I'm right.
I can't consider that because our families are there. So I don't consider that
it's
a
a
date.
date for me.
All right, next question.
Next question.
I'm Camryn Bynum.
And I'm Lalaine Bynum.
And
And
this
this
is
is
Love
Love
and
and
Football.
Football.
Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
She's a lefty, so this whiteboard's probably killing her. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bow. It's still yours.
Oh, sorry.
One word.
Dubai.
In Dubai, and I watched her perform every single day for weeks straight because she is a performer, and her dance team was out there. And I was looking at her on stage, and my mom was there, my aunts, uncles, cousins, and they're like, Cam, that's the one, huh? And I'm like, yeah. So, yep, after her performance, went and talked to her. For her, it was love at first sight when she saw me. Right? No,
Not
but
sure.
yeah, in Dubai,
Right.
because we like to be worldwide. So, of course, I wouldn't have a normal love story,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Your life is a movie, so.
And yes, and we met
Dubai.
in Dubai. Ooh, what do we consider our first date, though?
Interesting.
Dang, what are we gonna consider it, though? 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know if we consider that a date. This is actually
so sad.
So
That's our
my
first date.
answers. So all of our answers are right? Because
No.
this is, I don't know if we consider that a date because that was at the place where all of our families were staying when I was at the Philippines, in the Philippines. So I don't know if that counts, but this one,
Yeah.
correct.
For sure.
It's a city in the Philippines up in the hills. So we did like a drive up there and just vibed and went to a coffee shop and all type of stuff like that. Or this is our first fancy date called The
Date.
Nest. We call that date. That's like a next level date. So I don't know what we're considering the right answer, but they're all right. But you might need a book to write that.
Wait.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay, explain.
Okay, so that
I'll keep
time
this here.
before he proposed, we're already doing our marriage counseling. Last session, there was a part that they said, okay, so there was one thing that we want to add. We know that this is not included in whatever we send to you guys, but we want you guys to do a fast, like from each other, so that, you know, like you can just reflect and see if you really want to do this. We want you guys to take the time. I think that was like, they said like 3 days that we can talk to each other.
All right, and I'll take it from there. So 3 days.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
so
better.
3 days. Basically, long story short,
Okay.
I told her that we can't, I told our marriage counselors to tell her that we can't talk for 3 days
Yeah,
so
he
we can
lied.
prepare everything that we want. Like, just get our minds right, make sure that this is really something we want to do. I just told them to make stuff up, basically to give me time to fly from here to the Philippines, set up the full surprise, get the live orchestra, and get the whole place rented out. The place where we had one of our first dates, and yeah, so did that. Had the live orchestra there, 8 pieces. So it was beautiful music. Played some love songs, and she walked in, had no clue I was in the Philippines, and got on the knee and said, I didn't ask her to marry me. I told her, I said, meet me at the altar. So yeah, I did it a little different, but it was a movie nonetheless. You don't even know that.
Oh my God. Wait.
Did you know the answer?
No. I'm like, where's my phone?
Okay, ready? 3,
Gosh, this
2,
is so sad.
1, go. You're already here. I know the date she got here, November 14th. I think. I don't know. We don't know that. It worked. She was here.
Yeah, I got denied 3 times, and then Cam had a best game of his life, and then he had a chance to share our story in a national TV, and just he reached out and asked for help. So praise God, we were able to apply again and get the schedule, and that was a perfect timing for the people who wants to help us to, you know, like help us with the process. So yeah, we got the visa in I think less than 3 weeks, and then yeah, finally I'm here.
Yeah, 3 weeks from the day of the game, from the 49ers game when it went on TV, and literally 3 weeks from that day, she was there in US Bank Stadium. So it's crazy.
First game.
Yeah, thank God.
Ooh, let's see if you remember.
3, 2, 1, go. 5 does not count. I danced at 5. I danced at 5. You can say that to any
I started
kid.
dancing when I was 5 years old. I started joining a competition.
We gotta put some details in this. Is 16 wrong?
Professionally.
Thank you. Oh, for sure. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey. One where I had the 2 interceptions and got her here when I went on national TV and told our case. And yeah, like we said, 3 weeks from that day. And that should be your favorite one because that was the one that she was watching with her friend in the Philippines, which was a 49er fan. And she was crying and everything, but happy that I was the one that helped us win that game. So it was that was my favorite game of my life, for sure.
Me too. Oh.
So much.
Oh my gosh.
3, 2, 1, go. I thought you were gonna say the dance.
Actually, that was my first answer.
Ah!
But I think nothing
Always
beats
go
the
with your
worship
first.
time with
True.
everybody.
True, true, true.
Before we said our vows, like we played a worship song and then everybody just started worshiping. Ooh. Wow. Wow. There's a lot. Biggest.
3, 2, 1,
I'm
go.
nervous.
Hey, somewhat. Yeah. I said more movies. Travel equals feed more families.
Oh, I said
Hey.
Filipinos and people in need.
That's traveling, and that's feeding more people.
I was planning to write Harrison Smith. That's my
To make Harry
inspiration.
proud.
Yeah, to make Harry proud.
That's number 2. Ooh, you better get this right.
Only one?
The number 1. The one I listen to the most. I'm giving you hints right now. The most.
Oh wait.
Too late. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Because Kalohe Kai and then
What's the number
Maverick
1?
City.
No.
Kalohe Kai,
I do one Maverick City song
Manny
and the rest.
Pacquiao, and then Maverick City again.
No Maverick City again. We finish on the Manny song.
Resonance.
That's the first song we get in the car.
So?
But then we have 10. Then we have 10 Kalohe Kai songs in a row on the playlist.
Still, shout out Maverick City.
Shout out Kalohe Kai. 2, 1, go.
Day one. Well, I'll take that.
My confidence is next level. So the second I made my mind up, I said it's over. She's maybe first month.
I think when you
No, a few months.
traveled to the Philippines and you started joining the, like the outreach and connected to my church, I'm like, okay, he's serious.
He's real.
He's serious. Okay. I'm like, let's go, Lord.
Okay, so it took a while then. Ooh, yikes. Put Adam Sandler for me. That's my, that's my dream.
No, you can't say everything that you say. Just kidding.
Boom. Dang, that's crazy. Will Smith. Why Will Smith?
Because he's cool and you're cool.
I said Angelina Jolie's character in Mr. and Mrs. Smith because you're really good at shooting guns. So, yeah. Fun fact about her, she's really good.
This is the easiest.
You first. Ready, set, go. Explain.
This is my favorite thing about you. Intentionality with everything. One example, every time you're in the Philippines and you're training, you're trying to gather like the kids or whoever who wants to work out, and you will tell them, okay, I got you guys. Your intention is to just share your knowledge and just to give them your time. So I know you never shared that, but I know like that's your intention. That's why you're bringing all of them in this one place, because you just want them to experience this, and maybe by sharing your story, you can change their lives. So he's intentional.
I love you. Genuine love for people. One thing about her, when she sees somebody and they say hi, when she asks, how are you? She's the type of person that really cares how they're doing and wants to hear about it. So just little small things like that, and seeing how you give people your time, whether it's a small conversation and the way you listen to people. And especially a lot of other people talk about that when they first meet you. They say, oh, I feel like I've known her for a while. And that just goes to show that you actually care for people. And that's what I love the most about you. She's about to cry. I'll go first. My biggest tip and piece of advice that I'd have for anybody doing long distance would to be intentional with your time. Exactly what she talked about. So for us, one thing that was nice about us having the long distance and the time zone difference, it made us have to be intentional with our time because we had a limited time to talk. So when we're on FaceTime, that's like undivided attention. That's like us time. But the time away from each other was our time to be able to focus on ourselves, having those boundaries of having intentional time, but also having time for yourself during the long distance to grow yourself is really important. So I say just don't smother each other too much, long story short.
My number one advice is to always pray together. I don't really know what's going on in his mind and in his heart. So every time we're praying together, that's my way of listening to him and knowing, okay, what's really bothering him like right now, what's his prayers, knowing his heart's desire and what's he, like what's important for him, and something like if I can encourage him with something. So I think praying together, because of course that's very, very important, and also that I think that's very intimate, like hearing your spouse or your partner's, like prayer. So that's for me. Pray, always pray together. We survive.